YouTube. Welcome back to another reaction video, man. It's your boy Sheila's Big In today's reaction video, we're doing what happened to the restaurant Gordon Ramsay couldn't save. As y'all know, Gordon Ramsay was doing like a show that's called Killer Nightmares, where he goes to bad businesses, man, and basically build them back up. You know what I'm saying? So this will be an interesting video. You know what I'm saying? I had another Gordon Ramsay video was posted yesterday, but it was like partially copyrighted, partially blocked in certain territories. 75% being the U.S. You know what I'm saying? So that's the reason why I didn't post yesterday. You know what I'm saying? But it's your boy Sheila's B-Law, man. We're going to Thailand tomorrow, so y'all gonna still see reaction videos, but y'all gonna see more of actual videos. You know what I'm saying? Right now I'm just trying to do these reaction videos to get my watch time up. You know what I'm saying? So roll to 5K subs. We're hit 1,000 subs already. Now we just need those 4,000 watch hours. So like, comment, subscribe. Let's get it and let go. Ooh! Come on, let's get it, YouTube. Let's get it, let go. Ooh.
This is hands down one of the most
and no, I didn't watch this whole
AI
thing. I was just skimming through it. Freak ass niggas.
Similar web. And honestly, if you run
from owners who turned their restaurants into personal battlegrounds.
And if this video is lagging, I'm sorry. I don't know why Streamlabs be doing this shit, because some of my videos be good and some be lagging. So if this mud lagging, I apologize.
To family feuds that destroyed million-dollar businesses.
I kind of forced him into it by taking his money.
Here's what happened to the restaurants Gordon Ramsay couldn't save, starting with Amy's Baking Company. Located in Scottsdale, Arizona, the restaurant was owned by husband and wife Amy and Sammy Bisgallo. But from the moment Gordon arrived, it was clear Amy's temper was a ticking time bomb, and her husband Sammy wasn't any better, as he was immediately caught lying about making their pasta and desserts in-house.
It has been one of the most confused ravioli dishes I've ever seen and tasted in my entire life. Wow. It doesn't make sense.
Doesn't make sense, huh?
Sweet and spicy.
Yeah.
Ravioli with bacon and sweet corn, topped with cilantro. Are these store-bought?
Yes, they're good, yes.
He told me that this was store-bought, then I wouldn't have ordered it.
But the real chaos began during the first dinner service, where Amy's narcissism was on full display, as she blamed everyone but herself.
She is Gwen, and she has an attitude. She comes to the kitchen tonight, she's like, I set a table. She said, are you sure? Are you my boss?
It's okay, please. No, come on.
She doesn't work here anymore. She's a poisonous little viper, and I don't allow people to have an attitude in my restaurant. What does she know? Who the hell is she? She's gone. That's who she is.
And it only escalated from there, with Sammy getting into a physical altercation with a customer.
Yeah, let me say it's coming. You want to wait, you wait. You don't want to pay what did you have to you up from here. Do you understand?
Sammy?
Do you understand? You yourself out, you motherfucker!
Their restaurant was beyond help, as both owners refused to take any ounce of accountability, leading to Gordon Ramsay walking out for the first time ever. After the episode aired, instead of reflecting, Amy and Sammy went on a social media meltdown and threatened customers online. This is Sammy. I'm keeping note of all names here. We'll be pursuing action against you legally and against Reddit and Yelp. For this plot, you've come together. You're all punks. You people are shit. Come here. I'll fucking show you all. Their replies became a viral sensation, sparking international headlines. While social media was flooded with memes of Amy and Sammy, they went on and posted dozens of aggressive responses before later claiming they were hacked. The situation took a turn for the worse when it was revealed that Sammy faced deportation because of his extensive criminal background, including being banned from France and Germany. Eventually, the bakery was closed in 2015 after its owners found a new buyer for the business, but by then, the damage was irreversible. Amy and Sammy Bisgallo eventually sold the restaurant and relocated to Israel when Sammy was deported. However, their troubled relationship couldn't survive the ordeal, as Amy filed for divorce in 2022. Things got even worse between them, as Sammy posted a Photoshop slide of Amy on Vogue with a rant that read, "It's the same girl Amy from Amy's Baking Company. She wants to be a fake model like her pastries." But Amy, on the other hand, continues to...
Man, I swear it be people be sabotaging their own selves, bro, and they don't even know that shit. You know what I'm saying? That's the fucked up part about having a business and running it with family. You know what I'm saying? I won't say family, but either your loved ones. You know what I'm saying? It's all messed up, man. Somebody got to be the bigger person.
Post baked goods on her Instagram. What started as a simple restaurant makeover soon turned into a public disaster and a target of mockery. While Amy's baking company collapsed under ego and delusion, Burger Kitchen's destruction came from a more heartbreaking source.
They didn't
with a family
survive.
torn apart by greed, lies, and decades of dysfunction that no amount of culinary expertise could repair. Alan Saffron was an Australian immigrant who opened.
Now, this is the video that I watched last night. That was a good video. I need to go watch that. Just type in the Burger Kitchen, Gordon Ramsay. That's it. And yeah, man. I thought that he had saved their fucking careers, man. But I guess not.
In Burger Kitchen back in 2010. He was confident that his knowledge of meat would allow him to create top-notch burgers, claiming to be a meat sculptor. But what Gordon discovered was a family business built on betrayal and financial manipulation that would shock even seasoned viewers. The restaurant's foundation was rotten from the start because Alan had stolen $250,000 from his son Daniel's inheritance without permission to fund the business.
What? I kind of.
Now, man, if I heard that shit, bro, first of all, we would get into a huge fight, bro. A huge fight. And if I'm not fighting, bro, but I'm doing this, bro, I'm like, okay, you want to steal from me, bro? I'm going to steal from you. So when I see a quarter that's in there, taking it. But he probably couldn't do it because he got so much control.
Forced him into it by taking his money.
Creating a toxic dynamic where the son worked for a father who had essentially robbed him of his future. Alan's delusions of grandeur extended beyond his questionable business practices as he constantly name-dropped celebrities who allegedly loved his food, yet could never provide a single verifiable example. Family dysfunction reached its peak when Alan's paranoia consumed him, as he became convinced that negative Yelp reviews were part of a conspiracy against his restaurant, while his wife Jen enabled his behavior and his son Daniel desperately tried to salvage both the business and his relationship with his parents. Gordon's attempts to mediate the family crisis proved unsuccessful, as the fundamental trust between father and son had been permanently shattered by financial betrayal and years of emotional manipulation.
I'm tired of this.
Third person constantly.
You get paid, he doesn't.
When do you-
No cash in the cash register.
Do I get paid? Name
Jen
it.
gets paid.
Prove it.
Prove it. Go look at the
Go
books.
look at the checkbook. Go and
Right
get the
now.
checkbook right now. I have not been paid. I repaid a loan
No,
because I
Jen gets
know
paid.
for my rent. And you're going to
Became number one. However, despite Gordon's menu changes and operational improvements, the personal relationships were beyond repair. Burger Kitchen didn't last long and closed its doors in 2012, but the family's tragedy continued long after the cameras left. Daniel married and sued his father for fraud after the restaurant closed, while Alan passed away due to a heart attack in 2020. Unlike the explosive family drama on Burger Kitchen, the Black Pearl's downfall came from a different kind of toxicity. 3 business partners whose egos and incompetence created a perfect storm of failure that would make them Kitchen Nightmare's most ungrateful villains.
It became very frustrating around here. Brian and Greg and I stopped speaking. We would try to communicate by email and text messaging, and everybody got nervous and frustrated.
This place is a nightmare for the lack of management.
The owners, David, Brian, and Greg, were constantly at each other's throats, arguing over every decision and creating a toxic, confusing environment for the staff. Gordon's assessment of the trio was brutally accurate, dubbing them sleepy, dopey, and grumpy, as their complete lack of leadership and accountability had driven the restaurant into
shit, hold on, y'all.
Gordon
Getting a call by my mom. What's up, Mom? Some snow. We said, I mean, oh yeah, I said she needs something. Yeah, let's just say we'll get some. No, I'm saying she have clothes. That's what I'm saying, but I say if we need something. Oh yeah. Hmm. Hmm. Oh yeah. Yes. I'm just doing a video and stuff, and I'm about to head to the appointment and stuff. So yeah. Oh, okay, that's cool then. Yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean, like I said, she had everything that she needed. I said, come to wintertime, then yeah. But as far as now, yeah, she good. I see, man. All right,
even worked tirelessly to restructure the restaurant's operations and improve the menu. But the owners' resistance to change and their inability to work as a cohesive team made progress nearly impossible. Many of the viewers criticized David for everything, with comments saying, David was toxic. If you don't get rid of toxicity, it's game over. David's acting like a 5-year-old all episode. The most shocking betrayal came just 4 days after the episode aired, when the restaurant permanently closed and the owners immediately unleashed a barrage of insults directed at Gordon, publicly blaming him for their catastrophic failure and claiming his changes were the direct cause of a 50% drop in revenue that led to the closure. Their complete lack of accountability and willingness to blame Gordon for their own failures made the Black Pearl one of the most frustrating cases in Kitchen Nightmares history. While the Black Pearl's owners lacked passion, others suffered from ignoring every single piece of advice they were given. In season 6, episode 15, Gordon met Chappie, the owner of Chappie's in New Orleans. The man stubbornly set in his ways. The place was filthy, with a walk-in fridge that became one of the most disgusting in the show's history.
27th of February 2010, expired 3 years ago.
That's nasty as hell.
Cooked beef. I cannot believe what I'm seeing. Shrimp.
Y'all gotta be careful, man, on these restaurants, bruh, cause that's nasty as hell. And they was still serving.
There, sat, absolutely stinking.
Despite all this, Chappie's arrogance became clear from the very first moment as he immediately dismissed Gordon's observations about the restaurant's many problems, choosing instead to insist that his own flawed vision was correct despite all the mounting evidence staring him right in the face.
Have you any idea how long a shrimp needs to stay inside the fridge to get that much mold on there? I don't know what it is, where it was. All night you're just deflected.
This created a toxic dynamic where expert advice was repeatedly ignored in favor of nothing more than stubborn pride and a refusal to admit he was wrong. The restaurant suffered from fundamental basic operational issues that any owner should have spotted, including poor food quality. And to quote, the menu was also confusing. The waiting staff were ordered to recite 15 or 16 entries that weren't listed. The prices of the food increased more than 3 times in the evening as well. Gordon addressed these problems with specific, actionable solutions that Chappie promptly disregarded.
How are you? I'm okay. Everybody seemed to love everything, but I just have a hard time with it. I still think my food's great.
And so, just as quickly as Gordon left, the old ways came back. Within months, Chappie's on Church collapsed. In June 2013, the Tennessee Department of Revenue seized the property for non-payment of taxes, padlocking the doors and ending the restaurant for good. Chappie, of course, blamed Gordon Ramsay, claiming the show had destroyed his business. The truth was obvious that the downfall had nothing to do with Gordon, but with an owner who...
How can that shit fuck up the business? Like, nigga, it's promoting your business, you idiot. People, man.
Refused to listen. If Chappie's failed due to stubborn pride, Fiesta Sunrise collapsed under the weight of something far more disturbing. A web of lies, financial manipulation, and dangerous negligence that created one of the most shocking episodes in Kitchen Nightmares history. The restaurant was supposedly owned by Vic Flores, but Gordon's investigation revealed a much darker truth about the restaurant's ownership and operations, involving financial schemes that left multiple people devastated and in debt. However, the restaurant's problems went far beyond typical operational issues, as Gordon discovered that the kitchen was storing food in dangerous conditions, creating serious health risks for customers.
Oh, hell no.
What's that?
The bin.
Oh, how? It's like a cement mixer. Are you fucking stupid?
However, the most disturbing revelation came when Gordon learned about the restaurant's true ownership structure and the financial manipulation that trapped Patty, his stepdaughter, in overwhelming debt, as Vic had used her credit and financial standing to fund his failing business ventures. Despite all this, Gordon tried to save Fiesta Sunrise by bringing in top Mexican chef Julieta Ballesteros, completely redesigning the menu and giving the restaurant a full makeover. The relaunch initially seemed successful, with even the local mayor praising the food. However, unfortunately, it was too late, because by September 2008, before the episode even aired, the IRS had seized the restaurant for failing to pay taxes. Fiesta Sunrise's closure was just a matter of time, because it was built on a foundation of lies that made legitimate business operations impossible, leaving multiple victims in its wake. While Fiesta Sunrise's downfall was rooted in exploitation, Capri's story was both tragic and absurd at the same time. Season 5's Capri was run by identical twins Jim and Jeff, who bought the restaurant simply because they were regulars and liked the idea of free pizza. However, when Gordon finally inspected the kitchen, he uncovered a new low in filth. With a prep area coated in grease, rotten chicken, and a walk-in fridge filled with moldy food, the restaurant was in a disgusting state.
Have you ever seen a kitchen like this before? This place is littered with crap. What's that there?
CO2 for the beer.
Look at those shelves. I mean, that's grime. That's like 14 years of grime there. What's in here, dare I?
Vegetables.
That's the vegetables. What's this at the bottom?
That's supposed to be eggplant. Eggplant parmesan.
When were they cooked?
Last Thursday.
Last Thursday? God almighty.
That's
Look at
nasty
that.
as hell, man.
Oh, feel that.
Tomato sauce.
Yeah, but feel it.
I know we just made it today.
So what's it doing in the fridge? Hold that.
I know it's hot.
Hold it.
Looking at the condition the restaurant was operating, Gordon came up with improvements.
One of the biggest makeovers in Kitchen Nightmares history.
On the count of 3. 1.
Fucking weirdo,
2.
man.
Peek. 3.
And for a while, against all odds, it worked. Capri actually became one of the rare Kitchen Nightmares success stories, staying open for over 8 years after the episode aired on TV. However, that did not last long, as by 2019, Capri finally closed its doors because of declining sales and health issues for the owner. While previous cases involved restaurants that failed due to dysfunction, Kindred's problems were similar but had their own unique twists. It was a new, modern, vegan restaurant in New Orleans that failed at the very core of what makes a restaurant survive. Good food, clean operations, and respect for the customer.
It can be that dirty.
Worse than the food.
You want to try mine again?
No. It's too greasy.
Is the attitude of kitchen manager Frank.
From the moment Gordon Ramsay stepped inside, the problems were glaring. The kitchen was filthy and cluttered with junk. It looked like a hoarder's storage space rather than a professional cooking environment. But the worst of all was Gordon found rat droppings inside the restaurant and spoiled ingredients hidden in the back.
What is this? Stop.
It's making me do not want to fuck with these restaurants no more. It was fucking rat poop in the back where they store the food at.
Imagine being able to
Bro,
build
that's
an
so
app with your
fucking
name
nasty,
on it
man.
just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44, a complete
avocado is out of a bag.
The guacamole is not fresh, I'm sorry.
Why would you buy avocado oil in bags if you've got fresh avocados?
Customers were unimpressed, and Gordon himself was left speechless at just how bad the execution really was.
When was the cheese sauce made?
Yesterday?
Right. That absolutely stinks. It just tastes like the chef's given up.
But what made the situation unbearable was the attitude in the kitchen, with the manager, Frank, being arrogantly lazy, refusing to cook properly.
What was the idea behind store-bought avocado puree?
There's literally no time to do extra prep for stuff that you're going to be throwing away.
How long does it take to make a fresh guacamole?
Never made it in my life.
What?
It would be great to come in and make everything from scratch. With the lack of time, it's challenging.
It's destroying any little business we have.
The smug dismissal of Gordon's advice created a toxic clash, with Gordon being so appalled that he actually walked out of the restaurant, threatening to abandon the rescue altogether.
We can't even constructively tell him anything because he doesn't want to listen.
It hasn't been like this always.
I'm not too sure if I can help anyone that far gone in denial. You're on your own.
However, Ramsay returned after the owner begged him to do so, and once the manager was fired, Gordon deep cleaned the restaurant, called in exterminators, revamped the menu with fresh vegan dishes, and even installed a small vegetable garden. For a brief moment, it looked like Kindred might finally live up to its promise, but the damage was already done. The restaurant had burned through its chances and had no stability to stand on. Despite Gordon's efforts, Kindred shut its doors for good on December 28, 2024, just 3 months after filming and before the episode even aired. While every previous case involved restaurants that failed due to owner dysfunction, family conflicts, or misguided concepts, Sushiko's story was different. Sushiko, in Thousand Oaks, California, is where once proud chef Akira Hatai had watched his dream restaurant slowly die. As the former owner of a successful Bel Air location, Akira had everything going for him until he decided to relocate to Thousand Oaks with his wife Lisa, hoping for a fresh start. But what should have been their American dream quickly became their worst nightmare, as the restaurant struggled to attract customers at its new location and was losing money and in debt. When Gordon first walked through the doors, he found a restaurant that was practically empty, with Akira having completely given up on his business, spending most of his time sitting in the back office while Lisa desperately tried to keep things running. Their situation was even worse, as their marriage was falling apart as badly as the business, with Lisa feeling abandoned while Akira had shut down emotionally, refusing to engage with his wife or even his children. Looking at the reality of the restaurant's operation, Gordon made changes to the menu, retrained staff, and undertook a complete restaurant makeover. With that, things seemed to be looking up. Akira and Lisa appeared to reconnect, and the restaurant was getting a fresh new look that Gordon hoped would bring in customers. But the transformation was nothing more than a temporary band-aid on much deeper problems, because just a few months after filming wrapped in May 2009, Sushiko didn't even make it 5 months afterwards until it was closed, shutting its doors in August of that year. Akira's son, Sammy, posted about what happened to the restaurant. Somehow business got worse after we filmed it, and the center seemed more deserted than it has ever been, proving that even Gordon's expertise couldn't overcome the fundamental issues that had been affecting the business from the start.
Let's watch one more.
Expertise couldn't overcome the fundamental
17 minutes.
From dealing with outright acting arrogantly.
You're a small man with a fake bistro. Defensive, ignorant, and in complete denial.
If I'm all that, you're my twin.
Gordon even found out from a former employee that Joe is a big liar. All the ingredients he uses are frozen and often inedible.
We froze this in 2009, 3 years ago, used by 2010. Frozen blue cheese. Why do you freeze blue cheese? Farm to table? It's not. What is that?
Later, the staff vented their frustration.
YouTube, y'all gotta realize, man, this is the delusional 2025. Niggas be delusional as the fuck, man. Niggas be weird and delusional. You gotta either cut them off or keep on going, goddamn. And we're gonna keep on going. Let's get it. Let go. Ew.
To Gordon, and Joe even accepted his faults, promising to do better.
We've all been ridiculed, we've all been belittled, we've all been screamed at and cussed at, and we're doing everything wrong.
What has happened here, ultimately, is my responsibility and my fault. I don't think that I'm a bad person in heart, but I'm tough. Maybe a little bit too tough for this business.
But it turned out he did not change and needed yet another counseling
change
session
at all.
where Gordon instructed him to stay.
Teenagers are building businesses with AI, while the only AI you know is ChatGPT.
Let's be real. Most people over
eat out of the kitchen.
I'm asking for fucking help. Then wake up! You wake up! Idiot! You come in here and help me instead of running your job.
You?
What the fuck is you talking about?
Be in that kitchen.
Eventually, the restaurant accepted Gordon's new menu and welcomed a new chef. And for a moment, it seemed like things were finally turning around.
Thanks, Chef. Man, you're hard work. That's what you signed up for.
But the restaurant still failed. Several employees quit or were fired, and Joe returned to the kitchen against Gordon's warnings. They continued to serve people with Gordon's menu, and in 2014, as a last resort, Joe rebranded the restaurant as Maple City Tavern.
1.3
Unfortunately, the reviews still heavily criticized Joe and the food. Bland, overpriced food. Service was horrible due to management being clueless with regards to leadership. The absolute worst experience I've ever had. bad. Not to
A
mention the owner's
1.3
extremely
star.
loud and yelling at staff during dinner service. Eventually, Joe sold off the property. And while Mill Street Bistro failed miserably even after Gordon's help, it was a different story for the next restaurant, which pulled off an unexpected turnaround. Located in a posh neighborhood of Florida, Le Bistro was suffering from owner Andy's stubbornness to change the age-old menu. Andy was one of the top Michelin-trained chefs, but his ego outweighed his talent.
Cooking classes go very, very well for us. I don't want you to fuck it up to try and make a mockery of what I'm doing in front of these people.
Jesus. Are you always like this, or
Always like what?
so defensive?
You asked me a question, I'm answering you.
Upon tasting the food, Gordon didn't like the dishes and even almost chipped his tooth. But Andy was still adamant about accepting any criticism.
I'm the chef. You don't like it? That's fine. It's your opinion. You don't like it, we're no good, I'm lousy, whatever.
Learning the situation, Gordon helped the sous chef Hendrik take more responsibility in the kitchen, who eventually received praise from the customers.
Oh, there we go. Look at that.
Thank you.
Yeah, the snapper is really good.
Gordon eventually had another conversation with Andy, who finally accepted his faults.
You've brought it to light. You've came and you've told us and you've showed us and you've brought it to light.
You can win if you want to. And wipe the slate clean and start again.
And the next day, Gordon showed Andy and Ellen a newly renovated restaurant, which made them quite happy. They then prepared a new menu and even invited local people and VIPs. And after so long, the customers left satisfied. More than a decade later, Le Bistro remains one of the few restaurants from Kitchen Nightmares that's still thriving and maintains great reviews. Some of the best beef Wellington I've had. Service was friendly and attentive. Everything was lovely. Brought my mom here for her birthday and everything was delicious. Her server was super sweet and made dinner very pleasant. While the previous two restaurants suffered from arrogant owners, Seascape Inn had a different problem. After running smoothly for many decades, Seascape Inn had come to a halt in the ownership of Peter, who was an underconfident man. After arriving, Gordon tried out various dishes, but didn't like any of them.
I've got it wrong on the menu. It's not a crab cake. It's a crap cake.
That's fucked up.
Because I feel if I eat any more, I'll be crapping for the next 105 years.
Turns out, in the kitchen, he found that both Chef Doug and sous chef Charles were pretty rude, while Peter failed to instruct them.
Chef Doug does not listen to a word I say. But sometimes I'm not in the mood.
What a sad...
Oh, can I clean it now?
In addition to the restaurant's poor condition, Gordon was horrified at the disgusting state of the kitchen and the disgusting food.
Fresh.
Angered, Gordon shut down the kitchen, forcing the grumbling chefs to clean it all.
I don't care, but we're not cooking a fucking cookie out of here. Marilyn?
Yes, sir?
Nothing's coming out of this kitchen.
Okay, fine.
After reopening, Gordon made a dish for everyone to show them a better way, but Doug outright insulted Gordon by refusing to taste it.
It's time for this seafood restaurant to put fresh fish back on the menu.
Tomatoes, basil, and just bang. Just makes it a little bit more vibrant, yeah?
I've been doing this for 38 years. I'm not happy at all. I think he needs to back off.
That's beautiful, huh?
It's come down to the point where I really don't listen anymore. Let him do what he wants.
You don't want to taste?
No, I'm good.
Jesus.
No, I'm good, thank you.
Realizing that the chefs were adamant in their refusal to change, Gordon instructed Peter to fire them and helped him vent out his frustrations and find his voice as an owner.
There's one thing that I need you to carry out for me. I want you to go in the kitchen and ask Doug and Charles to take off.
Following a redecoration and hiring a new chef, Gordon introduced a new menu. And after a successful relaunch night, Gordon left Seascape a completely changed place.
Finally, I feel Peter actually took charge. So I'm really, really happy.
The restaurant continued to...
Who the fuck is calling me, man? Hello? Hello? You said you're scamming? Stop sign. They know they scamming. Cause she keep on talking. Said hello.
But despite Ramsay's best efforts,
Are you there?
Peter and Irene found it challenging to maintain the standards set by him. Sadly, the Seascape Inn had to close its doors a year after their episode on Kitchen Nightmares aired. The mother-son duo cited financial problems as the primary reason for their closure. Their current location is occupied by the J&R Steakhouse restaurant, which seems to be doing well. The son wasn't cut out for the restaurant business. Selling was the best decision he made. I hope he got a nice sum for it. It proved to be more difficult for the next restaurant, Sebastian's. The owner, Sebastian, was a part-time actor who had a vision of a restaurant with unique dishes. However, after Gordon visited, he was immediately put off by the pictures being displayed on the menu and the complicated dishes.
There's photographs on the menu. There's pictures. Are these real, these photographs?
Yes, they are, sir. I took those myself.
It looks ghastly.
Even the food was frozen, and the pizza was store-bought and microwaved.
Can I get you anything? No?
A sick bag.
Sebastian was also short-tempered and had already fired about 49 employees.
People are scared of Sebastian.
Even though the business was going down, he remained delusional and refused to accept any criticism, frustrating Gordon to the point of walking out for air.
Okay, my pizzas soon will be in supermarkets. What? I would love to franchise this and have a Sebastian's all over the world.
Oh my God.
Just think how that sounds. Sebastian's all over the world. That makes me excited.
This guy is seriously off his control.
Delusional.
What on earth is going on in his delusional mind?
Gordon soon invited 2 expert pizza tossers to teach Sebastian's team how to make authentic pizzas. Eventually, the restaurant also got renovated, adding a new, less complicated menu and a brand new mixer to prepare fresh dough. Still, on the relaunch night, Sebastian stubbornly reverted to his old menu, causing a mix-up in the orders.
We started using old menu, and there was so much confusion in the kitchen.
When Gordon intervened, Sebastian blew up and stormed out in anger.
You're a f***ing kid. While Sebastian lets off steam outside.
But after a few minutes, he returned, realizing that Gordon was only trying to save his restaurant and got straight into helping out in the kitchen, now with a new menu.
Fucking idiot.
What are you gonna do about your kitchen? It's falling apart. I'm like, you're right. I gotta fix this.
How are we looking? Are we back on top now? Oh, yes. We are, yeah? Stay on top, yeah? Not confused, no? No, sir. Good.
No, sir. Yes, chef.
Enjoy
No, chef. No, chef. Yes, chef.
The YouTube
Yeah,
music.
so ass. They trying to help you, nigga.
After a successful relaunch, Gordon left, still fearing that Sebastian might go back to his old ways.
As I leave Sebastian's, I have a lot of mixed feelings. I really know this restaurant can be a big success, but I also feel Sebastian has very little interest in sticking to the new plan.
Unfortunately, Sebastian proved him right. The restaurant was thriving while Gordon was there, but a few months after he left, it reverted to its complicated menu and was bombarded with bad reviews. The menu was more difficult than it needed to be to order a shrimp salad. We got food poisoning. Sebastian closed the restaurant just 2 months after the episode was aired, and 2 different restaurants, Rabano's and the Red Door, opened up in its location, but both closed, eventually resulting in the demolition of the original building. While Sebastian suffered from a stubborn owner, resulting in its painful downfall, the next restaurant had a much more complex problem. Luigi d'Italia, a family-run California spot, was drowning in chaos as brothers Tony and Luigi clashed, and Grace's temper fueled the dysfunction.
You're interfering with my cooking. Get the f*** out of here.
I don't agree with the way he runs it and the way he does it.
Okay, sex, go!
However, the worst part was that the restaurant was drowning in $1.5 million in debt.
The way the restaurant is going, it's gonna go broke in a month. We're in debt total $1.5 million. I would feel like I failed my father and everything that we worked for together.
From the very first meeting, the family's dysfunction was on full display, leaving Gordon stunned.
No, you're not. You're lying. I'm not lying. You guys are lying.
Upon tasting the food, Gordon was displeased with every single dish, which didn't live up to their Italian heritage. Gordon later noticed that Luigi tends to compromise the food quality while trying to hurriedly prepare all the items, which leaves the customers dissatisfied, and they turn the food back. Luigi even disrespected Gordon before storming out of the restaurant.
Why don't you come here and show me how it's done, chef? You do it. Oh, you know better than me. You're an arrogant chef just like me. Worse than me.
The next day, Gordon interviewed all the employees. At the same time, the owners watched and learned that the biggest problem was the fights between the owners, especially Grace's disrespect towards everyone in the restaurant.
Who's yelling primarily? Who is it?
Easily, I think the biggest yell is Grace. I never know if I'm going to walk in and she's going to be smiling, or sometimes she'll frown on her face and start yelling at.
Gordon had their restaurant completely renovated, much to Luigi's delight, and finally they all started to work together as a team and coordinated with Gordon to learn the menu that had limited focus dishes. They had a successful relaunch in the end, and things seemed to have worked out for good. However, the original Luigi's d'Italia location was closed in 2017 due to some family disputes. But they soon relocated to a new location in California, which is still doing great and has consistently good reviews. Had another great meal at Luigi's. Tried the tortellini D'Angelo this time. So much food. Had dinner, then lunch the next day. Always delicious. Came here for an early dinner Saturday night. Everything was made fresh, flavorful, and so yummy. While Gordon had high hopes for Luigi's d'Italia, the same can be said for the next restaurant on the list, Amy's Baking Company. Amy's Baking Company in Arizona was owned by the couple Amy and Sammy, and the employees remarked that
we already saw this already.
The restaurant has is their owners.
If someone has criticism, Sammy tells them, you don't know what the food is supposed to taste like.
Even you don't know what is wrong with it. If anyone tell me that my wife's food is no good, I just tell them to leave the restaurant. I don't want them and don't come back. Is your first time?
Last time.
And last time, don't come back, madam.
After tasting the main menu, Gordon noticed that Sammy refused to give any negative feedback to Amy. Later, Gordon witnessed firsthand how disorganized the restaurant truly is when Amy fired staff over small mistakes.
Tell the customers they're going to get their tips.
No, they don't.
They should be told that you're taking them because this servers deserve them.
You want to speak with me?
Yeah, I want to speak with you.
I will
I don't want to speak with you.
Then I will fuck with you. Oh my God, what is that? Everybody got his food?
Yeah, we're closed. We're closing the kitchen.
And Sammy steals tips from servers without any shame.
Let's wait. We finish today.
The kitchen needs to know.
Okay, then I'm going to tell her.
When Gordon confronted Sammy about the tips, he lashed out at him.
Wow, $10 tip.
Yeah.
That's nice. For you?
Of course, yeah. Why not?
Do you think the girls deserve some tips tonight?
No, they get hourly.
And so do you think if I went and asked every customer when they leave a tip that it goes straight to the owner and not to the server, do you think they'd be astounded?
Ooh, that's fucked up. So, these niggas is now this owner is goofy as hell. The fucking customers leave tips for the waiters, and he's taking it.
So, the young lady server, the owner takes the tips.
Even talking to Amy proved fruitless as she refused to accept any fault in her cooking or her attitude. The next day, Gordon met the former employees and learned how they suffered at the hands of both Sammy and Amy.
I was hired as a food runner. Sammy told me that he didn't like people who went to culinary school because he didn't think that we knew anything. And
Gordon was soon left speechless after talking with the couple.
You're attacking my business and my life. This is all I do is live this life every day. You're not telling me the problems. You are saying I'm delusional, I'm this, I'm this, I'm this.
And for the first time in the history of kitchen nightmares, he walked out of the restaurant, giving up on them.
They can't help people. They can't help themselves and cannot ever take 1 ounce of criticism. And if you're not willing to change, I'm not going to butt heads, argue, scream, whatever you want to say. But this is not normal.
However, this was only the beginning. As soon as the episode aired, Amy and Sammy became the target of mockery by thousands of viewers across the world. But it didn't stop the two from retaliating. They continued to fight the internet wars through various posts and comments. You people are all
idiots.
Yelp, Reddit, every come to here. I will fucking show you all. I am Wonder Woman. I'm a great chef, a great wife, and a great mom to my kids. And we will be parents to a human kid one day too. We'll show all of you. Their behavior even got tagged as the most epic meltdown on Facebook. However, a long and elaborate drama unfolded afterwards, where Amy and Sammy's criminal history was revealed to the public.
The story is known already 20 years ago. 30 years ago it's known.
The deportation case appears to stem from Buzaglo's record in Europe. Shows Buzaglo may be under ICE investigation because he did not disclose his past on his U.S. immigration petition. The record also shows that France and Germany no longer allow Buzaglo into their countries.
After all was said and done, Amy's Baking Company closed 2 years after the episode aired. Amy's Baking Company in Scottsdale closes. Amy Buzaglo denied the business was in financial trouble or was closed.
That's what y'all niggas get, man. YouTube. That was the end of the video, man. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Hopefully that shit wasn't lagged, but it probably was. So I'm sorry, goddamn. But it's your boy, She Loves B-Law. Road to 5K. We're hitting 1,000 subs every week. And we out. Ooh. Oh yeah, that shit. You can tell that motherfucker was lagging.